Hello, and welcome to the Grumpy Gobbler channel. My name's Noah, and in today's video, I'm going to kind of review my Rhino Rack Batwing Awning. I'll go over how I installed it or how I set it up, and what I like and what I don't like about it, and anything else I can think of. Thanks for coming along. I'm going to go over a couple things about my Batwing Awning. When I had it mounted with the old mounts that I had before I got the actual Gobi mounts, the awning was kind of set up a little bit differently. I don't know if it was farther out or farther in, whatever. But when I opened it with my 4Runner, you can see that scuff right there. That was one of the bars, support bars of the awning. And so that did that. I think the current setup is doing this, but I'm not totally sure. Other than that, having the actual Gobi mounts for this, even though they're quite expensive, are well worth it. It's positioned a lot better. You can see how I have it positioned right where the spoiler starts going forward. That works very, very well. And you can kind of see where it stops. Setup is really easy. I can reach this, and I'm not tall. I'm only 5'9", so I can still reach the zipper. I do have a little stool I use sometimes. One of my dislikes of this thing is, let me get up here so I can show you. Excuse me while I climb on my vehicle. You can see this kind of seam here where the cover mounts to the aluminum. And this looks like it's kind of separating, especially right up there. You can see it's kind of pulling apart. This thing, for reference, is, I guess, 2 years old, 3 years old. So I don't know about the durability of this. It may start falling apart and I may have to replace the cover. We'll see. But that's the only really rip. But I am in Colorado, so the sun is very powerful here, and so fabrics don't tend to last very long. Let me get off here without falling. That's really kind of my only gripe with the Batwing. I'm worried about the durability, but I don't worry too much. And I think now I'll show setting it up. All right, I'm going to go through the deployment of the Rhino Rack Batwing Awning. And first thing is I took a hammer and I cut it down so it's shorter, so it's easy to store, and that's what I'll use to drive in the stakes. Put this away for now. First thing you want to do is unzip it. First you got to find the right place for the zipper, which is over here. Or so I thought. It's not. There's the zipper. Put it up. Comes with this little pouch to keep the stakes and the guy wires down. Guide ropes, whatever you call them. I'm just gonna set that in here. I know you can't see me. All right, I've emptied all this. I'm going to undo the Velcro straps. Roll this down. Put this stuff in my pocket. The first thing you gotta do is take this strap and wrap it around something in the back that you're gonna tie it to. And so I'm gonna find something here. And I don't know if this is gonna be long enough. But we'll find out. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I just tied that strap to the back. And I'll just start pulling these out. Luckily it's not windy. This is windy, it could get a little hairy. I'm just gonna pull these out. And I'm gonna pull my buckle, which is here, which you probably can't see. And I'm gonna tie it, pull it to this. And you can see my antenna is in the way. Drop the legs. And because it's not windy, I don't have to worry about pulling this and staking it down right away.
Just a note here, if it's windy, I do set up this thing differently. You really have to do it one leg at a time, starting from the leg closest to the front of the vehicle. So just note, this is when the wind is calm.
Ow, that felt good. All right, it's as simple as that. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stake this first one. And I'm just gonna put that down and just stake it so it doesn't move. And I've pulled it kind of tight so that has tension on it. Grab some more stakes. And I'm just going to work my way around. Oops. So I'm going to go to the second one. Pull it tight so the top is tight. And just one stake in here.
Another note here, there's numerous ways to skin a pumpkin or whatever the damn saying is. You can also set this up by staking the guide wires first. And sometimes that's a better way to do it. You can get more tension on the top of the awning by doing it that way. Sometimes I do it that way. Sometimes I stake the bottom of the poles first.
And you can't put two stakes in these bottom pieces, but I'm just going to put one just to hold it. Make sure that's tight. Pull this back one, make sure it's tight. And because I'm just going to put this up and tear it right down again, I'm not going to fully stake this thing. But at this point, you would take these guide ropes I'm just going to give you an example. This one's a little tall, but you may be able to see, actually you won't. It's a little harder with this thing staked down because now I can't twist this and I can't barely reach that, but there's a little hoop up there and you just pull this down And I'm going to pull it over here towards the front of the truck.
I really should have done this over again, but you really don't want to pull that rope to the front of the vehicle. You want to pull it more toward the side to get tension from the vehicle to the end of the awning. So I'm kind of doing it wrong here. I really should have recorded this, but I'm lazy.
Put down a stake at an angle. And then I'm going to loop this around, pull this tight, and just hook this on here. I don't know if you can see that, but just hook that on there. And then I would go down around and put all those guide ropes out away from the awning. And this still isn't that tight. I could put this out actually farther out this way, and that would pull it this way. And there you go. It's really easy to set up. Now I'm going to grab my GoPro and kind of go over a couple things with GoPro. I'm already bleeding. Ow. There you go.